Okay, I wanted to make this video this morning just because it's what's on my mind. Malls are closing all around the country, in record numbers. All the tenants are moving out, leaving these big empty shells of malls, which is the reason we watch these channels, so we can see the dead, empty, abandoned malls. They're just so interesting. But the question is, why are these malls closing? Why are they dying? Why are all the retailers moving out? A lot of people have a lot of different opinions on why this is happening. But what I'm finding is that people generally have one belief of why this is happening, and that's it. Some people are just adamant that it's Amazon. That's all it is. It's Amazon. Amazon killed the malls. Some people are talking about Walmart. Walmart killed the malls. No, it's the gangs. No, it's all the teenagers hanging out. Most people just think it is simply one thing that has killed these malls. I personally think it is like everything mixed together. I think it is a total changing of the retail landscape, as well as a different generation of kids that are growing up now who just want to sit around and play on their iPads and their phones, and they have no interest in actually hanging out and socializing in person with other people. That combined with the convenience of shopping on the internet. You're watching a movie and you see something cool in a movie and you're like, oh, I want that. So you go onto eBay or Amazon and you buy it. And it's not just eBay or Amazon. Every retailer out there now, well, pretty much everyone, has a website where you can just go and buy their stuff. Some people even say, no, it's because people don't have the kind of money to spend in a mall anymore. But I think that is completely untrue, simply because with all the money that people don't have now, people are still dumping tons of money in collectibles and things where their money should never go. And this is a pretty bold statement on my part because I sell on eBay, so a lot of the kinds of things that I sell are things you can't find anywhere else. Collectibles and things like the Kmart collectibles and things like that, the retail fixtures, and they make a lot of money doing it. But that is just direct proof that people do still have money to throw around. I'm a member of some of these toy collecting groups on Facebook, and you wouldn't believe the thousands of dollars people will spend on like one action figure, one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, or Stretch Armstrong, or $1 Million Man or something. The one you can look through the back and you see a little peephole. So people have tons of money to throw around still. But I do think that people don't as loosely throw around money on designer clothing as they used to. At least not at the mall. Like when I was in school, when I was in high school, you were cool if you bought a pair of Guess jeans at the mall. If you bought a pair of Z Cavariccis at Merry-Go-Round at the mall. It had to be from a high-end retailer and it had to come from the mall. But nowadays, those high-end clothes and those high-end fashions, I guess you'd call them, are available around every corner in discount stores like Gabriel Brothers and places like that. All the time when I'm out shopping for eBay, I find Abercrombie & Fitch at Goodwill and Salvation Army. From time to time, I even find Robert Graham shirts. Those shirts go for $200 a piece on eBay, so you can imagine what they would cost at a high-end retailer in the mall. Personally, I think another part of it is that malls are just not fresh and new anymore. When malls were being built by the dozen, they were all fresh and new, and everybody wanted to get out to the mall and see what it was about and hang out. Everything was big and beautiful, and you had the big fountains, and the shiny storefronts, and the enormous food courts filled with any kind of food you want. You could take your whole family there and everybody could get exactly what they wanted, whether it was Burger King, McDonald's, Suko Japan, or whatever it's called. I don't even remember. And then you had things like Baskin Robbins and Cinnabon. It was just a whole city block of food in one little area. And then if your parents weren't done eating, you could spread out through the mall. You could go to Camelot, you could go over to Macy's, you could go to Spencer's, or whatever you wanted to do. You could just go walk through the whole mall and your parents are down there eating lunch, so you don't have to be seen with them, but they're still right there. So in reality, it could be any number of reasons, and I believe that is every single one of them joined together, that is causing these malls to close down. However, there are still the malls that are hustling and bustling. In my area right here, we have Canton Center Mall over here that is closed down now, completely empty except for JCPenney's, and the front has become an open-air strip mall, but nothing else whatsoever open in the entire mall. It's just a shell of what it used to be. 20 minutes up the highway, we have Carnation Mall in Alliance, which is a dying mall. People from that area who have seen my videos of that mall, they get mad at me because I refer to it as a dead, dying mall. But it just is. There are not very many people walking through those halls, no matter what time of day it is. And I go up there and walk around. So you can't just say, oh, well, you came in and you filmed at the time when there was nobody there. Because that's pretty much what it looks like all the time. A good handful of people in the halls, but just nothing that it needs to actually sustain. About 40 minutes up the highway, we have Newtown Mall in New Philadelphia, Ohio. That one is still pretty jumping, but it does have some closed storefronts, and it does have some of the signs of a dying mall, like a digital academy. I could be wrong, but I think there's a gym in there. That might be a different mall, I don't remember. And just barely anything left at the food court. You know, just a very small selection of places to eat. Still a good chunk of people in that mall. I wouldn't even come anywhere close to calling that a dead mall, because it is still so busy. But the busiest one in my area is Belden Village Mall. They changed the name to like Westfield Shopping Center or some crap like that not too long ago, and then they changed it back to Belden Village Mall. And that place is jumping. The parking lots are always full. There are always tons of people in the hallways, tons of people in the stores, lots of places to eat in the food court. They keep it nice and clean, and it's just a really busy mall. It's a really nice mall. So there's just 4 examples of different levels that these malls are at. So what I want to ask you guys is, you personally, do you shop at malls, and why or why not? Let's see what kind of answers we can get and see if we can try to pull something out of this, you know, see what we can learn from this. Of course, it's going to come down to a lot more than that, you know, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to see what kind of a mixture of comments we would get. You know, it also would depend on like your age, your location, probably your sex, probably race. You know, there's probably so many different little factors in it that it would be near impossible to really narrow down why some of these malls are dying. And it just blows my mind. And I'll just leave you with this, to give a shout out to Retail Archaeology on YouTube. I was recently watching their video on Fiesta Mall, and it just blows my mind to see this guy walk around and film the entire mall. Big, beautiful, open area. And I just think, why would you not want to shop in a mall? Like, if you're going to go out shopping, why would you not want to do it in a big, enclosed area? You know, especially when it's this time of year, when it's snowing out and it's wet and slushy and everything. Why would you want to drive around from one store to another looking for things, when you can pull up at the mall, go in one giant building, take off your coat, and just be nice and comfortable and warm and walk around and enjoy listening to the music above, grab something to eat, you know, go into a billion different stores, do a lot of window shopping or whatever you want to do. I don't know. I grew up in the malls, and so that's my my kind of mindset about it. But you guys let me know in the comments below. Why do you or do not you not go to malls? Let's just see what we can get out of this conversation. I'll see you later. Peace.